Good day, my friend, and welcome back. It has been a little while, but today we have a brand new update video regarding the changes to the Dragon's Delight event. So we will be going through the official post from the DML YouTube channel and maybe giving you a quick update as to where we are in game in general at the moment, because it's been a while, but if you didn't already know, the official YouTube channel for DML has uploaded this video called Dragon Mania Legends Reworked Dragon's Delight Explained. And in this, Adam goes through all of the changes to the Dragon's Delight event. And I've paused it on this screenshot here because there are a few big changes, and the first thing that you may notice here is that we've got a frenzy bonus bar, which means that you'll get more points during the frenzy time frames. So the event's gone from being able to take your time doing it whenever you want to basically forcing you to spend lots and lots of currency during these frenzy time frames. There's joker items, and every single dragon that you give items to has a rarity, which obviously was not the case with Dragon's Delight before. So we will go through this, and I have watched this once before already. I have to say, my initial thoughts is that I'm not very happy with the changes, but I will obviously wait until the full event gets released and we see how it's all implemented. So I'm actually going to close DML just so that we can hear Adam's beautiful voice while we're here.
What's up, Dragon Masters? I'm Adam, I'm your community manager, and we're going to talk about the new Dragon's Delight. We've given Dragon's Delight a bit of an overhaul, making the event a little more engaging to play and a little less reliant on luck.
And I just want to point out that it's been said here that it is a little less reliant on luck. Not sure if I agree with that, as I will go through later on in the video, but I would be happily proven wrong when the event comes out. But anyway, let's keep going for the rest of the vid for now.
If you played Dragon's Delight before, then you'll already know what to do. Complete tasks, earn event currency, and spend it within the Dragon's Delight toy machine. The first big change comes from the fact that dragons will now reward points based on their rarity. So completing a request for a lower rarity dragon like a common or a rare will award fewer points than completing one for legendary dragons. So
this is a big thing to note, because before with Dragon's Delight events we only had dragons that required 3 items. It was always the same. They'd ask for items, you would fill or trash if you were bad, or you would refresh. But now we have dragons that ask for more than 3 items, and these dragons generally have a higher rarity. So not only do we have RNG in terms of the items that are dropping in, we also have RNG in terms of the dragons that will be dropping in and what items they ask for. And asking for 5 items that you don't have is obviously going to suck. But anyway.
And so obviously you'll want to prioritize completing higher rarity dragons to maximize your points. You may also notice the new frenzy meter. Handing over toys to your dragons will fill this meter, and once it fills completely, you'll automatically activate frenzy mode.
Now this is the frenzy bar. Like Adam said, you know, you finish off dragons, that adds to the frenzy bonus bar, and then when it gets to max, it will automatically count down the frenzy bar. So that means that during this frenzy time frame, depending on the dragons that actually drop in on your selection of dragons, it's going to be completely RNG as to how many points you can get. Not just in terms of the dragons, but also in terms of the items that you actually have to use.
When Frenzy is active, the points you earn for completing requests will be multiplied and therefore increase your score more than it normally would. However, a Frenzy is limited, and once activated, the meter will count back down to 0 and the points you earn will revert back to normal. You should try to be strategic with the Frenzy by completing requests from higher rarity dragons first, but since Frenzy will not last long, you will need to act quickly to complete as many requests as you can in the short time frame.
So the entire point of Dragon's Delight before, if you wanted to get the max score, was to try and reduce the amount that a person trashed as much as possible. It was more so about refreshing really often, so that you didn't have to ever trash your items if you could. Obviously, sometimes you were sort of forced into trashing if it was that diabolical, but during the frenzy, there's going to be a real massive risk that if you just don't get good item RNG, you're just going to be trashing hundreds and hundreds of points worth of currency. And I can see that there are 2 of this new Joker item that have dropped in here. I don't know what the drop rate for this item is, but essentially, as Adam will go through in a second, this item finishes off any dragon. So imagine if you were stuck with 4 really awful dragons with not the items you needed, and you didn't get the item. I don't know, this isn't sounding like less RNG to me so far, but anyway, let us continue.
Note that the frenzy meter is always slowly reducing to 0, whether a frenzy is active or not, and even if you close the Dragon's Delight event or log out from the game. Once you've started filling the meter, you should act fast and complete requests quickly to reach a frenzy.
And just a second there, I've just forgotten that there are new dragons in this video. I almost missed this one, but you'll see that there's this little plant-looking dragon here. It looks like some sort of Hawaiian dragon, either, I know, Hula Hawaii, Luau. That's not how you say that, damn it. Anyway, forgive me, but, you know, that is obviously a new dragon. We do have that new peanut butter jelly dragon that's going to be added to the game. Will it be part of this event? I don't know. But we're probably going to see some more new dragons dropping soon, I imagine, with a new mini update, which might come out to add this into the game. So be on the lookout for more new dragons. There's been a few in the codex as well that you might have missed. Anyway.
And earn those bonus points. You may also be curious about this new toy. The Joker item is unique since it will instantly complete any request, regardless of how many objects are wanted by the dragon. To use this effectively, you should give it to the dragon with the most toys in its request, preferably a higher rarity dragon that is worth more points. And since you'll now need to think.
So before we continue on there, you saw with that Joker item, they had a bunch of dragons and there was a divine there that was asking for, I believe it was 5 items. Let's go back just to where Poseidon was there. So we got little Poseidon here, and in this selection of dragons, we've got the divine, that's not Poseidon, Heimdall. Forgive me, you know, I'm not well still. That's my excuse. Anyway, we've got a common, we've got a rare, but then we've got Heimdall that's asking for 5 items. So yes, in this situation, it does look like the Joker item would be the better option. But again, the question is, how often does this Joker item drop? What's the drop rate on it is my question. And there are also ancient dragons in the selection. So it's definitely very different in terms of even just the item drops purely from the rarity system now.
Preferably a higher rarity dragon that is worth more points. And since you'll now need to think quickly while playing Dragon's Delight, we've also added in a little extra challenge to keep you engaged. When you first start the event, you'll mostly receive requests from lower rarity dragons, but with each milestone you reach, you'll also increase the difficulty of the event.
So, that means at the beginning of the event you'll get lots of dragons that don't require many items, and then the higher and higher you go, probably towards the actual reward dragon, you're going to start seeing divines, ancients, legendaries, that sort of thing. So I would like to know exactly when they start appearing, because if they just don't appear at all early on, obviously it's going to be mostly like the old Dragon's Delight, but the higher and higher up you go in terms of points, the more RNG it's going to be in terms of those 5 item dragons. So it looks like this is one of the new event screens. So we've still got the leaderboard prize dragon. We've also got the basic sort of point system. So you just earn points on the bar. And at 12,000, that's enough for the prickly pear in this instance. At 20,000, which gives 500 gems, this was the milestone that was pretty much near impossible, if not actually impossible, depending on your RNG luck, even if you played Dragon's Delight perfectly before. And now with all of this extra RNG and frenzy stuff, obviously we don't know exactly what milestone we could expect. I would expect that free to play you should be able to hit the 12,000 milestone, assuming that it works similarly to before. But that's going to be something that we'll have to find out. But something that I really don't like is about to be gone through in this video. So I'm going to hold my tongue for a second.
The higher the difficulty, the higher your chance will be to receive requests from legendary, divine, or ancient dragons. They're worth more points, but will want more toys to complete their requests. One last thing, we've also changed the way the leaderboard works. Now you won't get access to the leaderboard or its rewards until you've completed all of the event's milestones.
And this is the thing that I really don't like. On top of all of the potential RNG that's actually been added to this event, this is my big gripe, personally. Again, if you don't want to listen to me complain, fine, leave. It's fine. But, bird, can you not scream? Anyway, now that I'm here, this is the same thing as what we have in the Sigil campaign map, and cutting off the leaderboard so that you can't see where everyone else is basically an easy way to turn off all strategy until everyone's finished the milestones. And what you're going to find is a lot of people are going to try and leave it as long as possible so that other people can't see what milestone or what their actual position is. I don't like this. It's just removing another facet of possible competition and strategy, because you know in the old Dragon's Delight, when we had people that could see where they were, at least you had some sort of idea of where you sat in the leaderboard. Now you're not going to get that until you finished every single milestone. And honestly, most players don't even finish all of the milestones. So, and plus it says the final milestone. Is that actually the 20,000 gem milestone? So are we just not going to see our milestone for the entire event unless we actually pay money? I really do not like the sound of this. I hated it when it was implemented for the Sigil map, and I hate it here. Just gonna say it, and I've not seen many positive things about this. This one, I'm not a fan of. But maybe I'll be proven wrong. But that's my mini rant. I really hate this hiding of the leaderboards. Personally, it just removes any facet strategy, but anyway, continue.
As you do, the leaderboard will become visible and you'll be given a position on the table based on your score compared to other players.
Does still look like the reward dragon, however, for the leaderboard is for top 3. So, that's good. At least it's not only top 1, but still top 3 only if you're in brackets with higher VIP levels. Good luck.
To compete for the main prize in the leaderboard, continue playing Dragon's Delight to try and hit the top spot before the event ends. We've listened to your feedback about the Dragon's Delight event and have tried to make something that is more fun and compelling to play. We're excited to see what you think about these changes and hope you'll enjoy the new Dragon's Delight.
And that is the entire video. So, obviously, there's a lot of reasons I wanted to go through this, because it is going to be basically a new event. You know, same old formula in terms of generating items, feeding them to the dragons. Well, giving them to the dragons. I don't want them eating wooden swords, but, you know, it's a new event structure. But I'm really bothered by the fact that at the very beginning of the video it was stated that it was going to be less reliant on luck, but it feels like they've added 4 different layers of RNG and they've removed the leaderboard now. So I don't see how this current iteration is even close to less RNG. It feels like there's been multiple more layers of RNG added. And again, sometimes we have these preview videos and the event plays out differently. Like the Divine Fest, it was actually better than I thought it was going to be. So like all things in DML, oh, there's a little cheat button there. I see you, cheater. Cheater Adam. Don't say that. Obviously, this is just the dev build, but you know, it's just one of those things where I don't think it's right to say that there's less RNG in this when now there's just more RNG with the rarities, more RNG with the Joker items. Whenever that you finish off the frenzy bar, it's going to be whatever items drop in. But that's just my take on this. I'm not particularly excited, if I'm going to be completely honest. But it's not just about what I think, obviously. Everyone's opinions on this new style of event matter, and I don't know if it's that some people haven't realized just how much more RNG appears to be in there yet, or if maybe I'm missing something. So, feel free to let me know. Oh my god, my voice is dying. Do I sound like an old lady? Please let me know what you think about that stuff. And plus, you know, I haven't mentioned this because I haven't really been around on Discord. I mean, on YouTube. I've been around on Discord quite a lot. But don't forget that we do have the new Discord server opening up soon, whenever that's going to be. So I don't know, maybe whenever this gets released to everyone, maybe there'll be a way for us to sort of try and communicate feedback more. So maybe we could give feedback more directly for the Dragon's Delight event. I don't know. I don't know how different it's going to be between the forums and the Discord closing, because just in case you're out the loop, the DML forums are fully closing and they're going to be released with an official Discord server. So I might have my own Discord server, but my Discord server isn't an official one. Technically, my server isn't even a DML server. It's got DML stuff in it. So when the official one comes out, I hope that there is some sort of suggestion section, because I don't know, it feels like the feedback for this event hasn't actually been listened to, considering people used to complain about the randomness of the items dropping in, but now it's the randomness of the items dropping in times all the different rarities. I don't know. Again, I'm more than happy to be proven wrong and for my worries to be dispelled when the event comes out. Maybe there is something that I'm overreacting to. It's possible, but, you know, this is just the first going through of this new event, so, you know, don't expect everything to be exactly as it appears, especially when we play the event, and depending on how easy it is to score up to the set amount of points. Like, if we could get to 20,000 free to play, just by being good. That's the bird, if you can hear that. But if we can do it just by being good and somehow get 500 gems, that would be fantastic. I don't think that's going to happen, but again, I'll be happily proven wrong. But anyway, if you do want to check out this video yourself, it is on the official DML YouTube channel, so I highly recommend you go and watch it yourself. You know, they've got their own YouTube channel, and some of my videos are posted in there, but don't worry about that for now. You know, we got the official, I guess, introduction to this event, and I hope it turns out okay, and that we can get just as many rewards as before for roughly the same amount of effort. If it requires more, it's going to be a negative thing. If it requires less, I'd actually prefer that, obviously. DML's very, very time, well, it requires a lot of logging in, put it that way. But anyway, I appreciate you being here. Let me know what you think, and don't forget that new Discord server's coming out soon, whenever that might be, so stay tuned for that as well.